Dealing with people is surely part and parcel in our daily life. No matter if you are a housewife, engineer or businessman, you will meet people from all walks of life every day. Now, the million-dollar question is how to handle people and make them like you in a good and efficient way? Hence, let me introduce How to Win Friends and Influence People, written by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie was an American writer and lecturer who born in Missouri. Among his notable work, such as How to Stop Worrying and Start Living and Lincoln the Unknown, How to Win Friends and Influence People is the bestseller, even for now. One of the core ideas in his books is that it is possible to change others' behavior by changing one's behavior towards them. Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. Part 1 is about the fundamental techniques in handling people. This is the most important part of the book, as the principles mentioned will be repeated and emphasized throughout the book. You can find out what people are interested in and realize what the sense of self-importance means to you and me. Chapter 1. Let me start this book with common behavior of serial murderers. Do you think that most of them would be remorseful and admit their mistakes after they were caught? Although they were criticized and loathed by everyone, they still think that they didn't do anything wrong, even at the moment they were tightened on the electric chair. Being criticized, they will justify themselves, like, "I'm just defending myself, it's my duty to send them to a better world." A rapist will say that nothing will happen to that girl if she wears a longer skirt. Even if we criticize him, he doesn't think that he is at fault. Actually, not only criminals but everyone will do the same things. Then, what is the point of criticism? Criticism is futile because it puts a person on the defensive and usually makes him strive to justify himself. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment. We criticize someone because we want him to know that he is at fault and do some improvement. However, when someone receives it, he tends to be on the defensive. He won't face the problem as it hurts his sense of importance and arouses resentment. This is not our goal. Next time, before we make criticism, we should put ourselves in their shoes. Will I do better than them, or they are just what we would be under similar circumstances? It is satisfying to obtain approval from other people. On the other hand, we also dread condemnation. People may say criticism helps you to recognize your mistakes. However, this saying holds only when that individual is willing to admit his or her mistakes. It requires courage and determination to do so. Without a strong inner side, it is easier and more likely for us to defend ourselves. Human beings are good at finding faults in someone else, except in ourselves. It is very easy to criticize someone, but it may deteriorate the situation. Instead of condemning people, we should try to understand them. Try to know what and why they do. The saying goes, don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. Sometimes, it's just that our expectations are too high. Don't judge man until the end of his days. Principle 1, don't criticize, condemn or complain. Any fool can criticize, condemn and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Chapter 2. Instead of criticism, if we want other people to do anything, we must make them want to do it. However, most of us like to use force. During childhood, parents always make us be obedient by a whip or a threat. We obey them because of fear instead of what we want to do. Hence, many people will go against it once they have chances. Of course, we can make them do whatever we want using our force and power. However, it is less effective in the long run. And this is related to the desire to be important. Every humankind needs it, and it differentiates us from animals. It explains why many teenagers join gangs and engage in criminal activities, as their desire cannot be fulfilled in home and school. The same goes for serial killers. Many people who go insane find in insanity a feeling of importance that they were unable to achieve in the world of reality. Therefore, appreciation and encouragement are indispensable. A more common way to show that we are important is to prove that we are better. This desire makes us want to buy branded clothes, watches, and drive the latest cars. Doing good deeds is also another way to get the feeling of great and importance. But many people pursue it in an insane way. So, to deal with people, we have to make them feel that they are important. A healthy relationship is developed through appreciation and encouragement. It is easy to give criticism, but it is wise to offer sincere praise. Try to praise your mother that she had prepared a delicious dinner. You will feel the power of appreciation. Appreciation is something we may neglect but always crave for. Remember, we have to praise sincerely but not to give flattery. Appreciation and flattery are totally two different things. Former comes from the heart out, latter comes from the teeth out. It is what other people think about themselves, and it is cheap praise. Don't be afraid of the enemy attack you, be afraid of the friends who flatter you. Principle 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. The desire for a feeling of importance is one of the chief distinguishing differences between mankind and the animals. Chapter 3. We need to know that everyone is only interested in what he or she wants. We won't bother what other people want. To influence people, we have to talk about what they want and the way to get it. However, most people ignore other people's needs and fail to notice it as they are too concentrated on their own desires. Undoubtedly, other people won't be interested in our words. Hence, there is no way for us to influence them and make them change their minds. For example, parents want their child to concentrate on studying. They know that he wants to be a doctor. Instead of forcing him to study hard, parents should tell him that he can obtain lots of knowledge to be a doctor via studying. Hence, if you want to make someone do something, we should think from his viewpoint. We can get what we want even without mentioning it. We should learn to see things from other angles as well as ours. The key point is to arouse the desire to do something. Make them feel that they want to do, instead of we want them to do. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walk a lonely way. If there is any one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. It can be a win-win situation which is beneficial for both parties. Everything can be carried out smoothly without argument. Principle 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. The only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Feel free to share your thoughts. Remember to subscribe, like and share.